Good morning, all of you, and namaste. Uh, Today's video is about obstacles in the path of yoga. As we know, to follow the yoga, there's always there's things comes which comes as an obstacles. To get rid of those obstacles, there's an specific things mentioned in the Patanjali Yoga Darshan, which told us about these obstacles. So it is important to know what these obstacles are, then only we can get rid of these obstacles. So there's 9 obstacles mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, and these obstacles are, first of all, it's a vyadhi. Vyadhi means illness. It is like of the physical body, like if we have a pain in body or if we are suffering through any disease, then it will be very difficult to follow the path of yoga, and we would not be able to integrate with ourselves. So to get rid of the vyadhi or from the disease is very important. Uh, Second obstacle in the path of yoga is satyayana. Satyayana is mental illness. It could be a real mental illness of any psychological problem or any neurological problem, or it could be just a mind filled with negative thoughts and negative things. So it is important to get rid of those negative thoughts, because unless we have a clear mind we cannot concentrate or focus on anything. So in the path of yoga, this satyana is the second important obstacle which stop us to follow the path of yoga, which is a following of a good lifestyle as suggested by Patanjali and with the tradition of yoga. The third one is pramad. Pramad means doing something willingly which we know that it is wrong. There's many things which we know that it is wrong and we should not do. We should not eat, we should not do such act in our life, and we know that those things will give us pain, suffering, but still we do that. So these are the pramad. uh, Mostly it's like of being a carelessness. So it is again a biggest obstacle in the path of yoga. So pramad is one of the uh, biggest obstacle, I would say, that because of this, we are not able to concentrate and do follow the yoga practices. The another obstacle, the fourth one is samasya, doubt. So doubting, again, when we doubt on something, we cannot trust that thing. We cannot put our faith in that thing. So being critical and being asking question, and as says that pehle jano fir mano, first you know then only you should follow. That is the right way to go about something. But to doubt on something, that's create a state of confusion, and we cannot further, even if we are trying to follow those things, but we cannot do that, because uh, if we have a doubt in our mind, then how can we follow such thing? So first of all, we have to get rid of doubt, and to get rid of doubt, the knowledge is the best thing through which we can get rid of doubt. Then after this, the fifth one is alasya, laziness, being lethargic all over the day. So being lethargic or being lazy, that's also one of the obstacle in the path of yoga, because we know that sometimes that we should do this, and these are the good thing for us, or as per the yoga we need to follow this routine and these asanas and practice every day in the morning, get up every day early in the morning and do follow the routine, but we don't do because we are lazy. So being lazy is a habit, and we can change our habit on by being more active, by getting more physical during a day. And so we need to get rid of this obstacle, which is laziness. Then after this alasya or laziness, the next one is avirati. Avirati is an obsession with a sensual object. That could be anything, that could be sex, that could be food, that could be shopping, that could be anything. When we are obsessed with anything, that makes us more, uh, you know bind to that thing, and we are not able to concentrate or move to anything. We are just obsessed with that thing. So that's one of the obstacle in the path of yoga. Then after avirati, the seventh one is bhranti darshana. Bhranti darshana is like a kind of hallucination where uh, we have a wrong image about something else or about ourselves. Like we think of us as something, but we are not that. So being unrealistic or being having a wrong understanding and wrong image about something, that's a Bhranti darshan. At times it comes like in our life that we make our opinion about something which is actually not so. So Bhranti darshan is again like a obstacle in the path of yoga, and we cannot follow the practice of yoga due to the Bhranti darshan. Then after Bhranti darshana it's a alabdha bhumi gatva. Alabdha bhumi gatva means non-attainment. That means like we are following the path of yoga, we are putting in efforts and everything, but still we are not attaining. And as we know that in the eight limbs of yoga, the samadhi is the final stage of yoga, and most of us, like many of us, could not reach to that stage. And there's very few who reach to that conscious level and reach to that stage. So we need to understand that each and every person have a different capability and ability, and to worry about so much about reaching to somewhere and to attain that thing, that would not lead us to reach to that goal. But instead we should do what we could do as best in the yoga's practice. We try to follow all yam niyam, pranayam, pratyahar, and Ishwar Pranidham and all that. Uh, but do not worry too much about that, about non-attainment, because when we think too much about the non-attainment, then that becomes like an obstacle in the path of yoga. Because keep thinking about something that we have not achieved is become like an obstacle in the path. So we cannot reach, like if we are climbing a tree, and in between of that, like we think that it is I'm not able to reach at the top of the tree. So it is okay, like it's sometimes it is okay to not be able to reach to somewhere, but just be where you are, like enjoy the place where you reach, and give yourself full credit to all the achievement so far you have made. So after this, anavasti tattva. Anavasti tattva is instability. That's an again another obstacle. It's the ninth one. Instability of mind. Like when you are planning about something, you put efforts, and then after some time you just laid back yourself. You just push yourself back. So that's an instability of mind. So at one time you think that you should do this, and you start even doing this, but after some time you pull yourself back. So that's an instability of mind. For instance, many time it happens that people uh, ask for the yoga class, they join yoga class, and they, for the first 2 3 sessions, they are very enthusiastic, and after that, uh, you know due to the instability of mind, they just pull themselves back, and they just stop doing it. There could be many reasons for this. They could, due to the laziness, or due to of not being determined towards things, or due to just giving up, like after a few sessions, that this is not my thing, or I could not reach to that stage, or could not do all these asanas. So that's an instability of mind. So it's another obstacle in the path of yoga, and we need to get rid of this obstacle. Then only we can follow the path of yoga. So these nine obstacles are mentioned by Patanjali in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, and these nine obstacles bring vikshepas, which is miseries. There's a two miseries. One is like angame angame jatva. Angame jatva means uh, body stop obeying the mind, and there's a loss of coordination between mind and body. So that a result of these 9 obstacles. When these obstacles are there in our life, then we lost the coordination between the mind and the body. The another one is swasa prashwasa, that means irregular breathing. And irregular breathing, as a breathing in the yoga being called as pran. When we inhale and exhale these prans, like, you know, do all this stuff, like it improves the immunity. It's basically like rejuvenate all each and every part of our body, cells, tissues, and everything. And when we have an irregular breathing and it's too fast, or it is like not stable, then it's a result of the vyadhi. That's all the diseases. So so in this video I just talk about all these obstacles in the path of yoga. In the next video I'll talk more about how to get rid of these obstacles and what is the alternate way to reach the path of yoga, and how we can start things. So I thought that it is important to discuss with all of you these 9 obstacles, because those who are starting their yoga journey should know that these 9 obstacles are one of the biggest hurdle, and due to which, like, many people gave up when they start, and they could not continue doing it, and because not being aware of like what is the yoga can do. Because when you do yoga, as in yoga says, yoga chitta vritti nirodha, that means like if you follow the yoga path, then you won't get all these things. So these obstacles won't come in your path when you follow the path of yoga. So this is all about today's video. I hope you find this video informative, and do subscribe to my channel and do like videos which I keep posting in my channel. And that's it for today. Have a good day, and namaste.